Jump in, Thomas. Never had kicked before the ninth grade. Came to Page. Assad, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good evening to you. What's the word of Assad, Alston? Page Pride, do you love this game?
Yes, sir.
What do you love about this game of football?
Well, it's kind of like my escape from all the negative things. I just really love it because when I'm out here with my brothers, Thomas, Nick Baker, Javondre, Keandre, everybody, I just love it.
And you got to give a shout out to all the seniors on this team, right?
Yes, sir.
It's been a good ride, a good run for you.
All 4 years, staying close, everybody sticking together. Never times are bad, whenever we're down.
Who do you go to? Who's your closest comrade on this team? Who's your confidant on this play? If you got a close friend, if you went to that island, you pull this guy in to help get you back in shape. If you got a close, tight bond with somebody on this team, I know you bonded with everybody. Who's your bud?
My closest friend is probably Nick Baker, number 2. Every time I'm feeling like I want to go off, I just go to Nick Baker. He'll calm me down every time.
What's the strength of your game? I got to guess, but you can tell me.
My speed.
I was going to say the speed. You got to be a small man, you got to be a fast man. Be small, you got to be quick, and got to be fast. How about that jet sweep? Do you like to run that play?
Yes, sir. My thing about the jet sweep is that if I'm in open field, I feel like I can make anybody miss.
And the good thing about that, too, if those linemen are pulling and blocking correctly, this play should work every time.
Yes, sir.
I don't see this play not working. I mean, I watch it on TV. I don't see it don't run more often. If those linemen are doing the job they should do with that, if you run left, that left side, the tackle and guard get out there, they set that wall up and pull and get the body on those defenders.
Yeah.
This should work for at least 5 or 6 yards every time.
Every time.
And this year, what's been your most, what would you say has been the most interesting game and the best game you've had so far? The most fun game for you this year? Which game did you enjoy the most?
The game I enjoyed the most was probably East Forsyth because it was just so nerve-wracking. I like being in that situation where I got to make a decision myself and like where I got to really show my effort and step up. I really like that.
What's now in the off season? Do you play any other sports?
Yeah, I run track.
I thought you did. Yeah.
I run track.
What's your main event in track?
The 400-meter dash.
So you're taking that one lap around that track.
Yes, sir.
Have you hit the 50-second mark yet?
I broke 50 last year at the end of the season.
That's good stuff. So you're in the 49 range then. Not bad. Do you run the relay team too?
Yes, sir. I run the 4x1 and the 4x2 and the 4x4.
So you do the anchor spot on those?
No, anchor on the 4x2 and second leg on the 4x4.
Can't beat that. Got a little bit of side. Austin with us. Is it Naseem Alston, your other Alston on your team? How are you guys different? I know you got the same last name, probably ain't related, right?
No, we are. We're cousins.
You are cousins. So you are related. Let's dispel that rumor right there. They are not brothers, but they're cousins. What's your cousin like? What's he like? Because he's right there with you on this football. That's going to be a little interesting too, playing with your cousin on the same team.
He brings the aggression out of me because seeing him out there being aggressive makes me want to be just as good as him with my aggression and going and get the ball from everybody because he's so tall.
How tall is he?
I think he's about 6'4". 6'4".
Oh my gosh, man! The doctor who's in charge of the genetics, he made kind of a flip. He gave him a height to be a smaller frame.
Yeah, he
now, how
did.
tall are you?
5'5".
I saw a kid playing for Kaiser yesterday. This kid must have been 3'11", might have weighed 65 pounds. He's number 12 for the Kaiser Tigers. They're playing against Jackson, against the Trojans, whatever. And I'm watching this game. That little number 12's in the field late in the game. He's a defensive back. This big running back, open field tackle. Little kid just nails that guy. It doesn't matter how big you are. It's what you bring to the table.
It's all about, to me, it's all about like bringing your heart and using what you have, your abilities, your speed, and your strength if you have it, just using everything you have.
And you got the want to. You got to have that want to every day. And you got some things you want to do in that. What do you want to do in that game tomorrow night as far as you go personally? What are some goals you got tomorrow night against Northwest?
Well, of course I want to score, but I want to see my team prevail and just come together. Like I want to be an attribute to that, but I feel like I just want us to win.
You're popping that jet sweep a lot. Are you on the return teams too?
Yes, sir. I'm on kick return occasionally and punt return.
Punt return on a regular basis? You got 2 guys back in punt return formation? 2 of you back or just 1?
We have 1. We had Cody at the punt return last game. Cody King.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And you're back there now. Solo man back on punt return.
Yes, sir.
And if your defense plays well, you might see that ball quite a bit tomorrow night.
I hope so.
Here's what I don't see enough of. I know I'm getting away off the script tonight. The script is kind of, I'm just talking plain football, you guys. What I don't see enough of these kicks I keep thinking to myself over every week. I say, why don't they do like we used to be back 100 years? Why don't they set that? You guys try to set the wall up on the sideline, and you hit that wall and run down the sideline.
Yeah, follow the block all the way down the field.
I would think so, but I see some of these guys, they run right in the middle. I think, good night, there's a bunch of people in the middle. I like to hit that wall. I may not get but 10, 15 yards, but I'm going to get those streaking yards. If I can give you 10 or 15 yards, suppose give me 5 or 7 yards. If I give you 10 or 15 yards every time, that's
a positive, always.
That's working. And that's what I thought, you know, what you would do in the game tomorrow night. What you would do, I feel like it's probably every time you touch the ball, positive yards.
Yes, sir.
Every time. Don't knock me back for a loss, and make sure I've got just enough block. I get positive yards every time.
Every time. I'll take 2 yards, I'll take 50, I'll take 100. I just want to be positive the entire game.
How many touches does it take for you to get warmed up? You need a couple of touches again, but can you do that first touch?
I feel like I can go with the first touch, but it's always good to warm up with a couple of touches here and there.
I would think, and I'm just talking football style, I think on the kicks, you could do it quicker on one touch than on the runs. Because on the kick, you're back there, you got a little, catch that punt return, got a little momentum, and you're flying as soon as you get the ball. As the regular jet sweep running play, that play has to develop a little bit. If you're not ready when you take that punt, you're a dead man anyway. You got to be ready then.
You got to keep your eyes open, vision everywhere across the whole field.
You got the whole field, you got to want the whole field too.
Yeah.
Like we say, you got to find that sideline and get that wall going, get 10 or 15 yards. Did you watch the Panthers game last week?
Ooh, I did not. I didn't catch it.
The one play where the guy, Curtis Samuels, the return man of the kickoffs to the Panthers, he caught the kickoff late in the game and took a knee at the 14-yard line. Just took a knee. We all said, what is he doing? We couldn't believe he took the knee, but he said his coach told him to get down, and he was thinking he should get down the ball with his knee. The coach really told him to get down the field.
Yeah.
I mean, some situations, it's all about the situation. I mean, here you are back there. I asked this question tonight because he's got this job. He is the punt return man. So he answers honestly, what determines we don't make that fair catch? What do you use to judge whether or not make that fair catch? How do you decide?
I decide by when the ball's in the air, I take a peek first, and see who's coming down at me, and then if I feel like I can get the ball and get positive yards, I'll get that. But if not, then fair catch every time, just to secure the catch and make sure my team has good field position.
I'll tell you, we had a guy, you guys had a guy, but I remember seeing this guy back at Page when they won the title 2011. He was a junior, I think he was a sophomore. Anyway, when Jalen Gavin was back there, that guy would not put up the fair catch. Like he's going to get himself killed, but every time he loved the scrap. Love the battle. He would take it every time.
I kind of look up to him because he was a small guy too, but he was so explosive. So I kind of look up to Jalen Gavin.
Man, that guy had. I remember a game against Dudley. We had to play quarterback for you guys that one year.
Yep.
He got murdered, got killed, but he never, to my knowledge, he never complained.
Yep. He never quit.
He never quit. He kept going. He got killed. He got battered because he didn't have much help. Man, he fought for the team. And Gavin's, Cam's his brother. He's with you guys now.
Yep. Cam Gavin.
Got the same kind of heart. He's a little bit bigger. Got a bigger frame, but probably got the same heart as Dad. Their dad, James Gavin. You talk about a competitive man. If you came in the door right now, and there was a good game going, and we were playing like paper football on this long. This is our field. James Gavin saying, "I want the next game." He's very competitive too. You like that kind of nature. You got that same kind of competitive nature yourself, I think.
Yes, I do.
But you have to have it.
You have to in order to be an animal, and if you want to win, you gotta have that competitive edge.
Size, you gotta kick battle all the time. Do you don't do your wrestling, right? No wrestling.
No, I don't wrestle.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 140 pounds.
140. So you'd be a good wrestler, man. That animal type nature, you'd be very good at that. With our man, I haven't mentioned his name much. Everybody should know this guy by now. Assad Alston with the Page Pirates, getting the job done. Big game tomorrow against Northwest. And again, we maybe ask you again, what do you again feel like you guys have to do to make sure you're effective and you beat Northwest tomorrow night?
Well, first we have to come out and execute off of the first play and get things going in the first quarter, not in the third. If we just come out and jump on them immediately, then we'll be good.
How is this team better? Hard question, maybe an easy question for you. How is this team in some ways better this year than you were last year, or even the year before? You went to the state championship both years. This year 6-1. In what ways are you guys better this year than in the past?
I just feel like even though we lost weapons, we gained more. With the slots, outside receivers stepping up, the quarterback really stepping up, our O-line, Nick McAvick taking over, Thomas Murray taking over. Defense has always been great, so I feel like we're really good this year.
And you enjoy this year's team?
Yes, sir.
You feel like in some ways this is your team this year?
I feel like this is my family. That's what I feel like.
The seniors have to feel that way, no doubt about that. Who's the nicest person on your team?
This guy named Mitchell Green. It's an outside receiver. He's kind of small, but he's pretty cool.
What about the toughest or meanest person on the team?
Alan Tisdale.
Tisdale, he's got that honor, that title.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Tisdale. Who on your team would do extremely well or exceptionally well if they were like in a national music video contest? Maybe they're on The Voice or on Dancing with the Stars, doing something crazy there. Who's got the musical talent, the abilities there on this team? Is there one person that sings well?
Not that I know of, but we do have a couple of guys that are funny that can dance.
Yeah, who's that?
Rashad Watson.
Name again?
Rashad Watson.
Mr. Watson?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
He's a D lineman.
D lineman's got good, quick feet and can move.
Yeah, he can move.
And move well. Move well. With Assad, Alston, Page, Pirates with us tonight. Getting ready for the game against Northwest tomorrow night. Who's the coach on your team that still has? He's not in the music video, but he could still be on the football field. This guy could still play. You put him in the game tomorrow. He might hurt somebody in high school, but you put him in a game Saturday or Sunday. This coach still got game. He could still play. Who was that coach?
It's tough, kind of old, but in my opinion, I see Coach Antonio Hall being a really good player.
Coach came over from Dudley.
Yes, sir.
Antonio Hall.
He's pretty quick. He's pretty fast.
Assad Alston with us for the Page Pirates, Football in Focus, Shane's Kickback Jacks. Got a flashback, went back. Going back to what you've learned this year from Coach Rolfes as opposed to Coach Gillespie, what have you picked up new things this year that's helped you with this team?
I picked up the thought of being patient and not so, like, don't try to rush everything. Just let the game come to me.
When you go to Northwest tomorrow, is it kind of crazy going back to Coach Rolfes' old school? Does that factor into what you're thinking about this game going in? We got to win this game for Coach Rolfes. He coached here before. We're going back to his old school. We got to help him. We got to win this game for our coach. Does that factor in at all?
No, I don't really think so.
People are talking a little bit.
Yeah, everybody's gonna talk. Our team has always been a team that's been talked about all throughout the town.
You know what? You're right. It is. It's Page and Dudley.
Yes.
This town, man, no matter what happens, because those are the two primo talk about schools. That's always going to be that way because they've got the name programs. And you got, in fact, you got to love it in some ways.
Yeah, you got to. You got
to live it. You got to relish it at the top. But like you say, going back to Coach Rolfes' old school, you look at it like this. You want the emotion to be displayed by the opposing team. Let them get caught up in that moment, and you guys take care of your business.
Yeah, we have to.
Couple of final questions inside Alston tonight. You said your favorite game was East Forsyth game so far this year. That was your favorite game so far. Who's the coach? All the coaches you've had over the years that's been the biggest influence on your career. Had to be one coach who kept sticking you, prodding you, driving you, kept pushing you to do well. Who's been that biggest influence?
That have to be Coach Bagamary.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he was my position coach for the past 3 years at the slot position. He just always first he always believed in me. Whenever I'd be down, he'd always pick me up. But whenever I'd be slacking, he wouldn't allow me to just go off to the side. He'd always be right behind me, pushing me every time.
How long is his hair? He in college, his hair was down out here. Is he still long hair, Coach Bagamary? You still got the long 4 locks he used to have in college?
No, he cut his hair off.
Cut it off. In college, that guy, you could tell by, he looked like the old Fred Bolitnikoff who played for the Oakland Raiders. You remember Fred Bolitnikoff? This
Long
guy,
hair.
you got it. Yeah, he had
Long hair.
So you saw Bolitnikoff then. Wow. If you saw that guy, you have studied some good football history. Good stuff. So, kind of get close to the edge here now. Any ACC school you play for, who did you play for the ACC? Assad Alston, Page Pirates, going to the ACC.
I think I probably played for the Carolina Tar Heels.
Yep, they could use you this week.
Yeah.
They've had some tough luck this year, but what do you like about these guys?
I just feel like they really put their slots in the offense a lot with Ryan Switzer, Austin Prohl. They really used them a lot, so that's kind of my position.
And they had Bug Howard, had a lot
Bug
of
Howard.
receivers, man.
Mac Hollins.
Yeah, he was excellent too.
Yep.
Think about their receivers this year who probably could play because they've got so many injuries this year.
Yeah.
That spot's almost been wiped out. So NC, Tar Heels, UNC is where you would go.
Yeah, I would go there.
Realistically speaking, we're about ready to close out Assad Alston. We'll get to Dennis White next, but Assad, where are you going to be next year in college? You got to go to college. You got the intellect. You've been hitting the books good, studying well,
yes, sir.
take care of your academics. Where will you be next year in college?
Well,
realistically speaking.
Academically, I probably want to go to UNCG for nursing because I heard they had a really nice program for that.
So if you go there, I'm just throwing hypotheticals out there like to come out of the woodwork. Hypothetical this, if you go to UNCG, do you play club football? Or is football probably over when you get over there?
No, it's not. I mean, I could probably get a few calls from different coaches like D2, maybe D1 if I could. Probably
But
walk
if you go to
on.
UNCG and you're just going academics, do you play for the club football team? I mean, no.
Probably if they have one.
They
do, right?
They do, yes, they do. So
Yeah, I play.
So UNCG is a possibility for next year.
Yeah, or Winston-Salem State University.
Get on the football team over there.
They're actually doing pretty good this year too.
They are. They've had a lot of success.
Yes, sir.
One final question for our man Assad Alston tonight. 10 years from now, not 10 years after, but 10 years down the road, where do you see yourself? Where are you going to be living? What are you going to be doing? And you can go ahead and mark it down, and we'll go back and check what you said. We'll listen to this tape 10 years from now. Where do you see yourself? What are you going to be doing?
I see myself being more relaxed, still having a career in nursing, RN, probably a good family, supporting my family.
And living here or living somewhere else, you think?
I would like to travel, but I'd still love Greensboro though.
Where's your favorite spot that you would like to travel to or you have been to over the years? Where do you know?
I really like Florida. Besides the weather, like it's just so nice down there. Everything, the buildings.
Just a lot of flooding, sometimes hurricanes.
Yeah.
It seems like here in the middle of the state, it seems like good ground, good turf, good turf. You like that Marion Kirby Stadium?
I love it.
Yeah. What do you remember most about your experiences over there when you get out of here, graduate, you guys win that state title, win the 4AA title this year, go beat Wake Forest, or beat Mallard Creek? What do you remember most about Page when you slip out of there and this season's over?
I remember like Friday nights, the fans yelling, the lights, all of that, the atmosphere, nerve-wracking, everything. I just love it.
After tomorrow night's game's over, what will you be doing? When the game ends, after the game's over, Friday night at Northwest, what do you do then?
After the game, I'll probably be kicking it with some friends, going out to eat probably, and then come back home and go to sleep.
Get some rest. What do you do on Saturdays?
Saturdays.
What's the post-game routine? What's that like for you?
Most Saturdays is a chill day for me. If I have any homework, then I'll get that out before I go out and then just have fun.
You go to college football games?
Yeah. I went on a visit with Nick Baker a couple of weeks ago to A&T University.
So maybe you might want to sneak in there too?
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
Man, you look at what they've done over there. They have done extremely well.
Extremely
look at
well.
Tariq Cohen. I mean, you're not much.
He made it, yeah.
He's not much bigger than you. Man, he was on TV every week.
Yep.
He was on last Monday night against the Chicago Bears against Minnesota, I guess it was. Playing hard, doing well.
Yeah, really good. He's inspired me a lot this season.
He can get it done. So if you go from 140 to 180, that's a lot of weight. You go 140 to 175, that's still enough to play running back. You put a few more pounds, you can still do this.
Yes, sir. I could.
Assad Alston, good job.
Thank you, sir.
Look, big things for you tomorrow night too, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you much. Assad Alston, Nick Baker, and also Thomas Ray from Page. Let's get Dennis White in next. Dennis White joins us.